Right, Milestone 2 in the bag, and here's this latest dev diary for the last 2 weeks. For Milestone 2, I was focusing mostly on the online, and that took up quite a lot of time. Not surprising really, because it's quite a complicated thing, especially since I've never done online in Unreal before. The combo system I've also refactored. That I wasn't really too happy with the initial implementation, even though it was an early one. So I redid that. Combos are looking a lot nicer now. Evades surprisingly took a lot longer than I thought. A large portion of the milestone was devoted to getting evades working right. Unfortunately, that pushed off some other work, but it's okay. And the initial blocking system is also in, so let's take a look. So, as you can see, we still have our characters running around, and they're also working online. So full replication is working in every asset of the game. As you can see, we've now got the sheathed weapon as opposed to it just being in his hand, and he will put it out as before. And this works on both characters. Full attacks works, and it replicates correctly all the animation, all the movement, everything. There's some new animations in now for the locomotion. This still not fantastic. I just wanted to get something in a little bit more representative than the last one, but I'm still not super happy with it. So it's apples and oranges really. But now we have new combos. So we have a horizontal combo. So this is done by pushing the X button. The way that the combo works now is it will take an input during the start of the attack, and so it will queue it up if it's red one there. Makes it a lot more intuitive than before. It was a little bit sticky before, so now it feels a lot more fluid. Still got the old one, but now the animations flow a lot more nicely together. So it just feels a whole lot better. There's a lot less recovery on the attacks now, so it doesn't feel quite as stiff. Now you can see if I just hit the button, he'll go back to his ready stance, but if I hit the button and I'm pushing a direction, he will walk out of it a little bit earlier. Is a good reaction here. So this basically makes it just work slightly a little bit better. It's small adjustments, but it works nice now. Now you can combo between horizontal and vertical attacks. This was a bit of a happy accident actually. It wasn't intentional, and it probably won't work like this moving forward, but it's kind of nice to just see the combo system working. So we have evades now as well. So the evasion, I went through various different methods for this. I initially started trying to use an impulse to drive the rolls and the dashes. Then I moved to using root motion, and that didn't really feel very good either, and spent a lot of time trying different methods, and I actually ended up going back to kind of the initial implementation where I'm using an impulse. I need to still polish the distance that you can run. It feels a bit stubby right now, but it's now pushing the character along using physics during the dash. This will probably have some knock-on effects, and the issue with rolling during a lock-on is he will not roll around the character. He will roll sort of around, but it's in a direct line, and I think that it needs to be a bit more of a hard lock. But we'll see how it goes. This is okay for now, and honestly, it took up so much time that I just wanted to move on. So he'll do rolls if he's in lock-on. They don't look fantastic right now, but they can be tweaked. And if your sword is unsheathed, then he'll do dashes. Again, they're kind of finicky a little bit, needs to be polished up a bit more. But yeah, that's all working. It's all replicated online. The other thing that took a long time to get working and is also still not quite polished yet is blocking. The idea is that if you're facing a character and they have their weapon out, then it will auto block. This will tie in a little bit more into the cooldown system that I'm going to get to in hopefully the next milestone. But essentially, if you attack now, as you can see, it's not quite working well. But if you attack and you hit him directly on, usually he will block it. It's a little bit rough around the edges, and looks like I may have broken the online, but it's too bad. I'll have to work on that. But if you attack from the front, he should block it, and if you attack from behind, he will get hit. Yeah, it's pretty finicky still right now. I think there's a few bugs that I need to iron out, but it's okay. It took a long time to get to this point, unfortunately, so some things need to get pushed off, but it's early days. The next milestone, going to be focusing on getting the state machines working. This won't have any visible effect in the game, but it will make applying damage and getting in between all the systems just a lot better when this is set up. All behind the scenes kind of work. The focus camera got pushed off. This will be one of the priorities. Getting that working is kind of key to the combat system, making it feel a little less like Dark Souls and more like Vagabonds. The multi-input system, basically allowing different attacks based on the direction you're pushing and the button that you push. And the cooldown system as well. That's kind of key to the whole combat system working correctly, so getting that in will be an important milestone set for the next 2 weeks. Not bad progress. I would have liked to move along a little bit faster than this, but online and evasion ended up taking a little bit longer than I expected. But that's okay. Next milestone should be a good one. See you then.